Most guys, they chase girls because they don't feel secure within themselves. What if the key to attraction is actually to start feeling safe within yourself first? I used to overthink, I would push too hard and I would try to impress girls until I realized that I was doing it all wrong. Once I learned this, everything changed. Girls, they started to chase me instead. My name is Edin, and I'm helping guys improve their relationship with themselves so that they can express themselves authentically. That's when dating becomes fun and easy. Yesterday, after work, I felt lonely and I decided to go to the beach. As I'm going, I'm first approaching one girl, then another. But the interaction sucks. The girls are not interested in me at all. Initially, I didn't know what was wrong, but then it hit me. I was trying to avoid certain parts of myself because it felt uncomfortable, and therefore I was seeking validation from the girl. So basically, I was going up and saying, "Please tell me I'm all right." Obviously, it didn't work. So I go down to the beach. I sit down, the waves are hitting into shore, and I just sit there. And I sit and I think. And as I'm thinking, I start to feel. And what I'm feeling are these emotions which feels really uncomfortable. And I just sit there. And I think more. And after 30 minutes of this, I start to feel more secure within myself. It's like because I was going within and accepting that these emotions are there even though I didn't like them, and I was dealing with whatever thoughts that I was thinking about, then I started feeling relieved. And then it hit me like a breakthrough. I realized there is this part of myself which wants to express himself authentically, which wants to say and do whatever he wants without caring what other people will think, without having any fear of the judgment, just because this is him. So I pick up a rock and I throw it like symbolically into the ocean to release that resistance to this authentic part of myself. And then there's two girls sitting about 30 minutes away from me. I go up to them and we start talking. And because I'm now validating myself from within, I don't feel like I'm needing anything from them. So I'm just going up there and I'm giving and I'm enjoying the interaction. And they are actually visiting Barcelona, where I'm living, and they invite me to sit down with them. So we sit and we have a cool conversation, man, about how it is to be an introvert, how we have totally different tastes of music. These girls liked some type of, I don't know, techno, which was like heavy rock techno, never heard of that. And halfway through the interactions, the girl that I thought was the prettiest, she asks me for my number. And this is a clear example of how it's most efficient to go within first and feel safe before going out to approach someone. Because most guys, they will go out and they will try to get that validation from a girl. But then when you're relying on the external validation, you're always in this chasing mode. And if you approach a girl and you need her approval, then she's going to feel it. And she's going to push you away. Just like I experienced with the two girls that I approached before I sat down on the beach. So what does this feeling safe within mean? It means that you don't need her to respond. You don't need her to validate you or to give you any attention, because you already feel grounded within yourself. There are two levels of confidence. The first one is the surface level confidence. And this is the confidence that you're used to right now. This is when you feel good about yourself because you're doing something well, or others are praising you or giving you attention, and then you think, oh wow, I'm doing really well, I'm confident. But this is only temporary, because what happens in those moments where you're not doing something well or you're not getting attention or approval from others. You're fucked, right? And these things are bound to happen. So it doesn't work. So unless you transition into the deeper level of confidence that I'm going to tell you about in a moment, then you'll be stuck chasing others. And life is going to feel like a chore, always going for the next thing, instead of an adventure. So let's dive into the second part, the deeper confidence, the authentic confidence. This is when you are giving yourself permission to feel exactly as you are. So are you feeling sad or anxious? That's okay. You don't try to feel any different. You know that all energies and feelings are constantly changing, so you allow yourself to feel how you do, and when you do, life starts to happen through you. When life happens, when you have the experience of life happening through you, then it brings you a huge feeling of safety, because you have this massive confidence that tells you that no matter what happens, I'll handle it. And how do you think, man, that a guy with an authentic confidence, how do you think he approaches a girl? He approaches her authentically, exactly how he is. And how do you think it feels when you know that the girl likes you for you? It happens to me, and man, it feels amazing. Because we are men, or we are at least guys becoming men, then we need some logical steps to make sense in our mind. Here are the 3 steps for you to start feeling safe within yourself and develop your authentic confidence. Step number 1, you shift your focus inwards. So you might already know this, but your life is like a school for your soul. You came here to have a human experience. So you're not having all of these external experiences only for you to enjoy them, but also for you to integrate parts of yourself. And these parts of yourself are parts which you have previously rejected. And while doing this, you become whole or holy. So therefore, if you're looking to find yourself in the externals, in the money, the girls, the status, then you're gonna be like a dog chasing its tail. You'll never get there. Instead, you wanna go within. So you use external situations to bring attention to your inner world of emotions and thoughts. So when a girl rejects you, you don't think that she did something to you. Instead, you ask yourself, what is this triggering within me? Because, man, this trigger that you now feel is likely something that you have been feeling, or that you have been having inside of you since you were a child. But at that time, you didn't feel safe enough to feel that emotion, so you pushed it away. And when you grew up, you kept pushing it away. And as you were growing up and pushing it away, you kept recreating all of these external experiences where girls would reject you or whatever would happen, so that you can finally face and integrate this wound, this part of yourself, and become whole. So that's why you need to go within, allow this to be. This is called the inside out approach. And the more you do this, the more life starts to become like a game or an adventure. Step 2, you start by giving. Whether you go out to socialize and meet a potential friend or a potential lover, you start by giving. Give good energy, you give smiles, and you come from this place of, I'm good, you're good. This means that if you are feeling upset and you crave some social stimulants or some validation for someone else, you first deal with that before going out and meeting someone. So you go back to step 1, because once you do this, you're going to be filling your own cup first. And when you have filled your own cup first, then it's going to be easier for you to approach anyone, because you're not so afraid of rejection. See, because you already feel safer within yourself, you're not so needy about the outcome. So whether she says no or she says yes, it doesn't startle you as much because you know that you can handle it. Remember the authentic confidence? And this in itself is not only going to be more fun, but it's an attractive way of being. So it's going to be easier for you to meet a pretty girl. Step 3 is you be a leader. And this is kind of like a bonus step because this is an actual dating advice. You know, because you are the guy. And as you're the guy, you're likely more masculine in your essence and therefore more attracted to the feminine in a girl. Or a guy, but not just keeping it simple. You're likely more attracted to the feminine in the girl. And what is attraction? Well, attraction is like magnets, right? And in the human form, it's between the masculine and the feminine. So when you go up to a girl and you want her to be a feminine girl, then you need to be in your masculine. So the wrong approach here would be to go up to a girl and you expect her to lead the conversation, or you expect her to ask you out or to go for the kiss. No, this is your role, man. So you are the one who goes up to her, you're leading the conversation and you're showing her that you can indeed lead this interaction into somewhere exciting. And that's when she starts to feel comfortable. And she allows you to lead, and that's when it becomes fun and easy. Unless you work on this first and second step, then this third step becomes really difficult. And this is the problem with most dating advice out there. It completely skips this deep root of the problem. Now, you know it. So by taking the inside-out approach, you're not only going to be taking girls on adventures, but you're going to take yourself on the most exciting adventure of them all. It's the journey of self-discovery. Now, what is a good video without a good challenge? So man, I want to challenge you. For the next 7 days, you try these 3 steps and see how it changes your whole experience. When you start to feel safe within, you stop seeking for validation. When you stop seeking for validation, girls, they start to notice you. Now, this was fun, and imagine having me in your inbox almost every day hyping you about your dating life. How much easier would it become to meet girls? Pretty easy, right? And it's possible, and it's even free. Just follow the link below, join my email list, and we'll connect. That's it. For more videos like this, hit the subscription, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.